STAKK Nation, welcome back to the channel.
Champions.
Today, we're going to talk about disruption. Continuous disruption, man.
I want trouble. Show me trouble.
I want trouble all the time. I want no peace.
No peace.
Yes, well, I think that's really been the theme of the wall from the get-go. I think from the let's just talk about communication real quick, right? When people started communicating, or at least sending messages across distance, I remember there used to be the pigeon. Remember the pigeon?
Did they have the pigeon or did they have the horses first? I think the pigeon was the innovation after you have to ride horses for miles.
I don't know. I think the pigeon came first because they did not want to ride the horse to the location.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, the horse is probably a more secure way because somebody can ride with the horse to your location. Whereas it's a pigeon. Like, where's the pigeon gonna go? Like, you know,
Shoot it off the sky.
Let's say you're at war and you send a pigeon and it goes and gives a message to your
wrong
opponents.
guy.
You know what I mean? You're trying to send a message back home, but it's taking it to the enemies. So you know that was unreliable. So at some point we started rolling with the horses.
Yeah, with some weapons. Put some weapons behind it.
Exactly. Then I don't know, was newspaper first or was it the
Actually, the printing press was another major innovation. That's a whole revolution, industrial revolution. I don't want to call it the printing press revolution. Actually, it made a major impact around the world.
monumental
Printing
change
press
in society at that
Read
point,
about
if
it,
you will.
man. It's major.
Then they had the when we started going electronic.
Electrical,
was-
electricity also created a revolution, and
Yeah.
then we had radio.
What was that before radio? What was that thing?
Oh, the click stuff.
Yeah.
I'm too old to. I'm too
Dang, I
young
don't know.
to know what
Yeah,
that is.
medieval. But you know what I'm saying? Listen, man, I only know these things because
We'll read.
I lived in two different zones, and I feel like part of my life was really like living in the 60s, and part of it is now in modern America. The reason I say that is because back when I was born in Cameroon, right?
Yeah.
All of the technology that we had at that point in time was stuff that America had already passed a long time ago.
Several decades ago.
Yes, exactly, right? So when you guys were in America, probably using your first Nokia cell phone, I was using the rotary phone with the cord on it.
Oh, are you still on the click stuff?
We did not have click, you know what I mean? But we definitely had, you know, when you try to dial,
Yep.
it's rotational with the, with the whole
With
thing
the
on it.
long line.
Yes, you could kill somebody with the headphone, with the phone itself,
I want trouble.
right? But then we moved past that stuff.
Yeah.
Right, started coming into stuff like you know, the newspaper,
Radio.
radio was definitely prominent, and then TV killed the radio.
Oh, have you ever had to tune a radio?
Yeah. We had the big knob, right?
Yeah.
yeah. We had one of those, and it
And
was
then
like a slider.
Yup.
I went back and
Yup.
forth.
And then you had the TV, right? You gotta wait till like 9 a.m. before the TV comes on.
Yes,
And then it goes up at 5 p.m. Y'all don't know
You know
nothing
what I mean?
about this.
but during these times, right? This is times when humans were trying to stream information more efficiently than before. Right.
Each technology disrupting the other.
Yes. And each time it was better than the other.
Faster.
It was faster than the other.
Yep.
But there's one thing that you cannot ignore. Each time there was resistance to the change.
Every single time.
Each time there were people tearing it down, and each time all of them took some time to reach adoption. Right? Everyone thought it was going to fail. We see it every time.
Yep.
Then we roll into the internet.
I want trouble.
But when we talk about the internet, I want to combine internet and email.
That's
Right.
another one right there.
Because these two things kind of came together to create the most powerful communication system in our life
AOL.
to this day. Right? So people are using the US Post Office, and now people are inconvenienced by just standing in a line at the post office for like 10 minutes.
The USPCS
Right.
is dying a slow death, unfortunately.
Listen, that is because of technology. Things got more efficient, right? Fortunately, it's dying. Because you know what? I don't think that at this point in time, anything that I do should require me waiting for you to send me traditional mail. If I'm not ordering a package that I need physically, there's no need for you to send me a bill in the mail. There's no need for you to send me any license or documents or anything like that in the mail. Because you can do it electronically now. So why are you still cutting down trees, wrecking the environment? I thought these people are environmental conscious.
ESG people?
Yeah.
I find it interesting because when you were talking about the package situation,
Yeah.
the establishment killed the drone industry because the drone industry was about to make that a peer-to-peer situation.
Yeah.
But legislators killed that because, you're flying drones, helicopters and airplanes are flying in the sky. It's dangerous for the environment. You must get a license.
Yeah.
Drones were going to further kill that packaging industry because I can peer-to-peer drones and send you a package without a middleman.
Well, here's one thing too, though. It's like, as much as I love innovation, there has to be a limit to this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with people not flying drones because listen, the last thing I want is to be driving down the highway and all of a sudden some freaking kid crashes a drone into my car because they want to, you know what I mean?
They said the same thing about the internet. The internet and email was going to skip in.
Listen, everything in moderation, okay? Because if someone should, imagine this, okay?
Yes.
Your plane is trying to take off.
Yeah.
And some idiots are saying, hey, we want to capture this really cool shot. And now your plane is now crossing with a drone and is going into the engine. I will slap somebody and their mother multiple times. So okay,
then I'll die
after that.
You create zones in the sky. So there's no fly zones.
There is no fly zones now.
Yeah, and drones can be programmed to ensure that they don't enter no fly zone. Zone.
Yes. No, there is no fly zones, right? And I think right now a lot of airports have like these devices that will shoot down drones.
Yep.
But this is why hackers exist, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Someone will always get around it.
So what we're trying to say is that the technology or the innovation, the trouble continues.
Yes, the trouble continues. The regulation part, we definitely went off there. We were just trying to talk about some regulation stuff there. But here's the facts, okay? Yes, the innovation definitely continues despite all the resistance. Now, here's the thing. Everything, when we look at, just from what we're talking about here, right, you can see that this really meant that everything around us has evolved over time.
Everything is
phones, communication,
constant involvement.
Except for money.
Yes.
Except for money, right? And the thing is, money was also evolving all the time.
Yes, it did.
Until we got to the 70s, right? It just stopped. And it's just now this fiat thing. And some people had it was the most control that they've ever had over money. And then we've no longer moved on from there. Which now brings us to Bitcoin. Right?
Bitcoin versus, let's say Bitcoin versus CBDCs.
Bitcoin versus CBDCs.
Yeah.
Both are innovative, right?
One is a copy paste, a steal.
Yes, both are. One is a copy paste, actually. Well, there's only one. Why are we even comparing it?
Because the people are not informed. That's what we do. That's what we do on this show.
No. This is what I'm saying. I'm trying to understand why we are comparing the Bitcoin to CBDCs, because if one is a copy paste of the other, then there's really only one innovation.
Boom.
Which is Bitcoin.
The people do not know.
You know what I mean?
They've done a really good job advertising. Fed now. People are so.
I guess.
They get so comfortable. They want the comfort zone, right?
I guess.
And they're going to sell them the CBDCs.
I guess.
And they're like, but they do not know what's going to happen though.
Yes.
More control.
You're very right about that. More control.
Because you saw what happened with the media eventually. The internet, they controlled it.
Yeah.
Right. The TV. Your national news, they controlled
it, man.
So
to the point now, everyone knows it's controlled.
But they just say it's okay.
But they still keep watching it. That's the part that blows my mind. Because if you ask anyone, okay, nobody feels confident in the news. But they keep going along with which makes me wonder, why is that? Why do you think that is?
Human beings and sit in the comfort zone. They've done a really good job taking over the TV and controlling people's mind.
Yeah.
So now that money is transforming again, what we're trying to tell you is that the disruption is coming, but they are working actively to configure one that works for them. Who are these people? The same people that took over your access to the information that you no longer control. They're doing the same thing with money. They're working on it. And there is the people's money out there.
Global elites is who these people are.
Yep.
Private companies is really who these people are. Private companies colluding with governments.
Yep, designing themselves as private companies, but they actually
That is
government.
who they are. All right. So I think we find ourselves in a very unique situation now where there is this new technology emerging.
Mm-hmm.
It is the same point as when the internet came out,
Mm-hmm.
when TV came out,
Mm-hmm.
when radio came out, when newspaper came out,
Mm-hmm.
when the first person decided to violate a pigeon
Mm-hmm.
and train it to fly.
Mm-hmm.
Same activity. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We now have Bitcoin, which is proving to be the most innovative form of money. It is superior to any other form of financial technology we've ever seen before.
Yep.
That's
Money
for sure.
money in your ends.
Exactly.
Store of your own value.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you have watched this video to this point, okay, just put a comment down below letting me know that you've watched it to this point, and I'll send you Bitcoin.
Hey, that's a fact.
Put it with your address, and I'll send you Bitcoin.
Yep.
Because I think this is what we need to do to just keep the
Transfer that energy to you, man.
exactly. Final thoughts, sir.
So yeah, there is trouble around the corner. The innovation is here.
There's trouble around the corner, right?
Yeah, there is trouble around the corner.
I think the trouble is already here. It's about if people realize that we're in trouble. It's too late now. The trouble around the corner means that you have time to change your direction. We cannot change your direction now. We're in it. We're in it, man. You look at interest rates, dude. And Jerome, every day just...
They create the trouble, but yet they create the solution. This Fed now is coming in June, July. You know, the CBDCs is coming around the corner. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, you mean for the CBDC?
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but you have time. You have time to accept the actual solution, the one that works,
Yeah.
so that you don't get wiped again. Get caught in this old madness.
It's okay.
It's called Bitcoin. Check it out.
Yeah, the reality is most people get wiped out. It's just the reality of life. It's unfortunate, but hey, who knows? Maybe we might be the ones to get wiped out. That's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with us and checking out the channel. Please like, share, subscribe. Let us know if you like the video. Please give this a thumbs up. Okay. We're also on what is this one called now? Twitter at STAKK. We're also on Facebook, STAKK, and Spotify, STAKK. Until next time.